So, as I'm sure many of you are well aware, Joy-Con drift has been a huge problem for Switch owners pretty much since the system launched. If you haven't heard of this, it has to do with the Joy-Con controllers detecting stick movement when you're not moving them at all. Like I said, it's been a big complaint on the system for a while, and Nintendo has kind of danced around it this whole time. They always try to not address it directly. In fact, the one time I remember the President Furukawa being specifically asked about Joy-Con drift, he responded by not using the term drift. He just said regarding the issue with the Joy-Con, we apologize any issues people are having, and we are always trying to improve our product, something like that, and said he couldn't go more into it because of the ongoing lawsuit. So with so many people experiencing this issue, a class action lawsuit was raised against them last year by the law firm Chimicles, Schwartz, Kriner, and Donaldson-Smith. That's a mouthful, specifically addressing the Joy-Con drift issue. And we just got a bit of an update in that case. An email was sent out by the law firm to those who have previously contacted them about the issue, stating the following, quote, "Thank you for contacting our law firm about the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift litigation. We are working on putting together a montage of video clips from Nintendo Switch owners such as yourself as a way to give voice to the Joy-Con drift issues you've experienced. This will be helpful to us in responding to Nintendo's arguments about how this isn't a real problem or hasn't caused anyone any inconvenience. In an effort to humanize and demonstrate these issues and their impact on consumers, it would be helpful to our prosecution of the case if you would submit a short 90 seconds or less video to us describing your experience with Joy-Con drift on your controllers." So a few things from this statement. They're claiming, quote, Nintendo's arguments about how this isn't a real problem or hasn't caused anyone any inconvenience. While this isn't an official statement from Nintendo, this is what the firm going up against them is claiming is their stance. And of course, with them looking for people to submit video evidence, if Nintendo was at least acknowledging that this is an issue and a serious one in the proceedings, why would the firm be trying to collect a bunch of video evidence to prove it's an issue? This definitely seems to me like this is going to be Nintendo's stance on this. Probably not something they're going to want to make a public statement or anything on. But for this trial, it seems they're going to go with that position. If that is the case, I don't know if I've ever seen a more blatant anti-consumer lie made by really any company in this industry. No, Joy-Con drift isn't real, you're all imagining it. When countless people have brought up the problem since the system has come out. I mean, are any of you, even the most die-hard Nintendo fanboys, really gonna sit there and say, you don't think Joy-Con drift is a real thing, given how widely the issue has been documented? And the big thing, because it's really the only defense I think you could have, is, oh, well, it hasn't happened to me. I have seen people seriously argue that online, which it's I don't even really know. So for something to be real, it has to be affecting you directly, or it's fake? Is that really where you want to go with this? Myself, I don't think that holds up, and I don't think that's going to hold up for Nintendo in this lawsuit either. I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on this thing going forward to see if Nintendo ends up being forced to make some sort of official statement on the matter. I feel like if the pressure keeps on them, they're going to have to say something at some point. And it's an important lesson, I think, for all companies that make products to know that you can't just stick people with a product that has this terrible fault with it and then try to act like it's not an issue. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Just wanted to quickly address this sizable update in the case. And of course, I want to hear your thoughts about this in the comments. What do you think about Nintendo possibly arguing that Joy-Con drift isn't real, or at least isn't something that greatly negatively impacts your gaming experience? And have you been affected by it? Do you think it's a big problem? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion of an update on the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con lawsuit. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you want to keep the conversation going, hit me up on Twitter @JohnnyZakari. And join my Discord, Shy Guy and Friends. Link to both in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching.